In this video, I'm going to show you how to prepare your images for Chronicle publication. In a preceding video, I created this PSD. So this is the original JPEG. And this image that I'll pop open is the PSD. And of course, all of my changes and edits are already here. So basically, I want to save this image 3 times because there's going to be 3 ways that I'm going to prepare it. I'm going to prepare it for web delivery. I'm going to prepare it for color printing in newsprint. And I'm going to prepare it for black and white printing in newsprint. So I'm going to go ahead and do a file save as 3 times. Shift Command S for file save as. And of course, right now it's a Photoshop document or PSD, which allows me to save my layers. I'm going to go ahead and flatten those layers by saving it as a JPEG, but I'm going to change the name. I'm going to add web _web to indicate that this is a web size JPEG. Click save. I'm going to leave it at a quality setting of 10 here. And I still have my layers, so I'm still actually in my PSD, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do my save as again. This time I'm going to make it a TIFF, and I'm going to add _CMYK to indicate that it is saved as a CMYK color profile for color printing. And for the TIFF, I will discard layers. The last file save as will be for _black and white. So I'm going to put the BW in there. The format will once again be TIFF, and I will click save. And discard layers, OK. And that's my PSD, which I'm now going to close. And in my folder, I have a black and W, CMYK, and web image. So I have to open those images now in Photoshop to change the color settings and the size for publication to the various platforms. So just first off, make sure you're on the right tab, because you have 3 tabs open. All 3 are exactly the same image. So under web, first one, we're going to make sure our color profile is sRGB. Edit, convert to profile. And this one does have a profile space of sRGB, so that's great, but let me show you where to find it. So mine is located on top because I've pre-set up my working color spaces. You can do that as well, but also you can just find the sRGB workspace right here. Click OK. And now you just have to change it for the size. So image size. We're going to have 72 dpi. We're going to work in pixels, not inches. And 1080 pixels on the long side. So that's the full-size image. It's prepared and ready for publication on the Chronicle website. So I'm going to Command S to save, Command W to close, and I go on to the next one, which is my CMYK image. So it's Edit, Convert to Profile. This time, our destination space, we want US Newsprint Snap 2007. Down here, select it, click OK. Now we have to resize. Image size. For printing, we print at 300 pixels per inch or dots per inch. This time we're going to move our pixels 2 inches, and we want 9 inches on the long side. Command S or Control S to save, and Command or Control W to close the image. Finally, we're on black and white. So first we're going to convert to our black and white color profile, edit, convert to profile. This time our destination color space is actually this one down here called dot gain 20%. And what that means is as the ink hit the paper in little dots, each dot is going to grow up to 20%. So that means where you have dark areas, it's going to throw out a lot more ink, and the ink is still going to bleed into the paper, but 20% larger than you want it. So these dark areas may be problematic for printing. If you click on your eye or info panel over here and watch your K value as you move your cursor around the screen, anywhere that's above 90% K value is going to come out pure black when you print it. So you may lose a little detail in the mask along here. So we're just going to lighten this image a little bit so that we don't lose any of the contour detail in the darkest parts of that mask. So first we'll add a levels adjustment layer. And we'll move that highlight slider over to where just the information starts on our histogram graph. And I'll just bring up my information panel again. Still a little bit dark in parts of my mask. I'm just going to bring up my mid-tones using the curves adjustment layer. And it looks a little better. So that's that done. Now I want to make sure my image size is done. Image size. 300 dpi for printing. 9 inches on the long side. Click OK. And here is my black and white image prepared for printing. I'm going to save, discard layers, click OK, and close your picture. And now I'm done. What I have here now are 3 images prepared for delivery on specific platforms.